All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing podcast, episode number 230. I usually joke about this, but we actually have an extremely packed week of content because we missed last week and the whole LIV PGA
What
Tour thing
happened?
happened. And now we have the US Open beginning in 2 days from now. And there's just a lot of golf news, basically, Nick.
But before we get into that, can I provide a shout out to a special someone?
I would actually love if you did that.
Okay, I'd like to shout out Nick's grandpa. Thanks for listening or watching.
True.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. He asked for the visual. He wanted to see visual. So
Ladies
You're a
and
papa.
gentlemen, you ask, you shall receive. The Golf Balling Podcast, episode number 230, will be live and available on the Golf Balling YouTube channel that has not posted a video in 9 months.
because it
So,
was pregnant
Yep.
and it's now due. It's
Yep.
due, baby.
See,
exactly.
we're always open to constructive criticism.
Mhm.
Shout out to Nick's grandpa for giving us the first piece.
And while we still try and hold on to what we have of Mr. Sean Togg, looks like we've bought ourselves a couple of episodes here. I want to shout out a very special listener for hopping in the DMs and saying, like, I listen to your podcast and I very much enjoy it. And I wanted to let you know that. And I don't want to mess up his name because this was a while ago.
Because you don't know it right now.
I'm pretty sure it was Kyle. I sent it in the group chat and only Nick responded. And I want
it was
whoever
Kyle.
it's Kyle. I knew it. And I want Kyle to know that only Nick responded and reacted to it.
Yes,
So we still are continuing to try, and I think we have at least 2 episodes here before Sean officially hangs up the cleats.
First of all, this was Thursday. I was on the course at that time.
You were busy this weekend, I imagine.
Yeah, this is a busy.
Or all week. Yeah, I imagine you were busy. And maybe we go back. I would actually love to hear about. I don't know if you want to start with it or we could end with it. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I can talk about my experience.
A little headliner. Let's get the headliner out of the way here.
I mean, I already pretty much told Nick, most of the story, but for those who don't know, Caddy didn't
like me, fucking cock. Jesus.
Caddy did in the Korn Ferry Tour BMW Pro-Am over the weekend. Well, not over the weekend because we didn't make the weekend, but Thursday, Friday.
A couple Pro-Ams or practice rounds too.
My brother was the one playing. He played 2 practice rounds, but I had to work on Tuesday, so
that sucks.
I only was there for the Wednesday practice round.
Oh, you were there for one. Okay, cool.
Did you get the nicer course or the shittier course?
I got the shittier course. Yeah.
So you were at the it's the BMW
It's just like the BMW like charity pro-am. I don't know the exact name.
Wow, you were there all week. I'm surprised you don't know the exact name. But anyways,
I was more locked in. I
saw it in job. So for the listeners who are aware of this or unaware of this, Sean, I've actually played in a professional event. Nick also happened to be there.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. This was not the first professional event that Caddy did.
We played in a Tour Red. It was me, Nick, and actually an amazing guy named Jack. And I wish him the best of luck. I wonder what he's up to these days. But Sean was my caddy for it. And Sean's a phenomenal caddy. I'm pretty sure people are aware of that. But I'm sure Connor was in good hands.
On that note, I'd like to note.
Wow.
I
Two
feel
notes in 3 words.
I know. Yeah, not the best phrasing, but I feel as if I could out caddy 90% of these professional caddies. These guys out there, they don't do anything. Like all the caddies I saw weren't even reading putts. Like,
really?
Literally, the only thing they did was walk the course during like the day before, and then just provide yardages.
Do you think that was more because they don't have the same golf knowledge as like what you would want from a caddy, or just because they're like letting the dude be in his own frame? Or because like
I think
I would love for you to give a read.
I think it really depends on the player. Like some like it, some don't.
Wow. Okay.
And on the Korn Ferry Tour, like a lot of these guys don't necessarily have the same caddy every week, so maybe that's a part of it. But
Yeah,
it was surprising.
Yeah.
I think
Because I
that
would
part
want
goes.
you to, especially Sean, I would want to give me reads at like definitely read like yardages, course management as you did, and I probably didn't listen, but
Every better player I've ever caddied for has kind of told me to step away. I feel like we just kind of do less.
I
oh
mean, yeah,
really?
it kind of depends. Like
They'll ask me stuff, but like
there are
I'm not
some
gonna.
really good players who don't read greens well. Like I'm pretty sure
Okay.
Zach Blair is like a self-admitted horrible green reader.
I'm
Okay.
pretty bad
Like can putt the shit
sometimes.
out of the ball but can't read it. But I thought it was funny. There was one of the caddies in my group. He read one putt in the 2 days, and it was like this 3-footer for birdie. The pro asked him just to confirm the read. He just, looked at it, said yeah, and pro lipped out on the putt. So he turns to him after the hole. He's like, "Did you see it going that way?" Because it went the total opposite way that they'd both like that they'd agreed.
Agreed. Yeah.
And the caddy was like, "No, I saw it straight. If I'm being honest." And all I could think was like, "Why the fuck didn't he say anything?" He
Correct.
just, saw it straight. Would have made it if he just said something, but just kept his mouth shut. The one read the entire
Yeah.
week, just didn't say a
You know
word.
what? I agree with the caddy with keeping his mouth shut because if a player, especially a professional player, thinks it's going one way, a lot of the times, you can hit a putt so many different ways. Maybe um he
Yeah.
probably didn't trust him anyways, the caddy. Like I
But
don't think the caddy's gonna like
yeah, but so if you are just gonna agree, then you
yeah.
need to keep agreeing when you're asked about it a second time. You
Okay,
don't
yeah, maybe
just
that's yeah.
you don't then be honest.
Yeah. No, no.
Like you're
No,
either
that
honest right away or you're never honest.
feel
yeah,
like
cuz
with like for me, I feel like I don't typically ask for reads, but if I'm playing, especially if I'm on Nick's same team, I'll ask Nick in like important putts, like how he sees this if I'm going against him. And Nick will give me a read. I'm gonna trust it fully. But I've also known you guys, like I've known, I mean, I don't even know, like both of you for almost a decade. So it's probably a little bit different. But like if I see something, if it's an important putt and I see something and then Nick or even Sean comes out here and says, like, this is how I see it, I'm gonna trust you both of you. Maybe if it becomes a
that's how
reoccurring theme, but like I'm obviously a less caliber golfer than any of these guys that you were paired up with. But yeah, I would trust Sean here. But I get it
Yeah.
from Nick's
Oh,
standpoint. I feel like you're trying to say something here. I would get it from your standpoint where I'll take it like maybe with a grain of salt. Like if I was caddying for you, Nick, and you told me a read and I gave you a different read, like eh,
No, I personally love I would take into consideration, but I think a lot that comes with putting is confidence. If something's completely off, I'd
mm,
be pissed. But like
yeah, yeah.
if
If
it's
you
right
if you
yeah.
center,
miss right by
Like
it,
there is totally an element to making your player comfortable and like
mm,
instilling their confidence in them. But I don't know if you don't see something the same way, like you either speak up right away or don't speak up at all.
yeah,
so how was it?
I mean, it was a blast.
Yeah.
We had a phenomenal group. Had one of the like celebrities in my group who was a Hall of Famer in the College Football Hall of Fame and a Hall of Famer at Ohio State, and he couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Aaron Kraft.
Now Michael Doss, he
Okay, yeah.
won a Super Bowl ring with the Colts as well. But
Oh yeah, I didn't. I don't even know who that is.
and also if you didn't see my brother's Instagram
I did.
caption,
I
so to
did.
provide some context to
Well, I
that,
saw your comment too because I was wondering what it was about, and then I saw your comment.
yeah. So this is day one, Thursday morning. We're the first group off. We teed off at 6:45 in the morning,
Jeez.
and yeah, first of all, that wake up sucked.
For Pacific Coast Standard Times, that's three. That's 3 in the morning. By the way.
Yeah, so that wake up sucked because this course was like 45 minutes away too.
Jeez.
And so on the second hole, we'd barely really spoken to our pro. He's tired at this point. And on the second hole, he makes a birdie, and I was just like, "Hey, big stuff there." He just like whips his head around, and he's like, "Did you just say big stuff?" It's like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Ah, I mean, I like it. I just wasn't expecting that."
I don't know if I've ever heard that word. I love it
It's
though. I don't think I've ever heard it, but I absolutely love it.
I've
Big
I
stuff,
kind of
baby.
say it a
I
lot.
think I'll
Like,
have to implement that for sure.
Got some big
yeah,
stuff in that chicken broth.
I was just kind of making a point of saying something every time he made a birdie, and I guess he just didn't see it coming.
Mm, yeah,
But yeah, group vibes were high.
nice. Would Connor fire?
I know he fired 75 day one. Day two, I don't really know because so it's a best ball format. You have your pro
Okay.
partner, so and we weren't going to make the cut in the pro am because our division was 64 teams and only 6 people made the cut.
Mm,
So as a zero handicap, Connor
long
had no shot
shot.
of making that. So like back nine, second day, like essentially since Connor's getting no shots, anytime he hits a bad shot, he just has to pick up. Like there's no reason to even play the hole. So I don't really know what he would have fired
Okay, I
second day.
got you. So what did you guys fire then as
As
a
a
team?
team, I think it was 9 under.
That's solid, but I'm sure you guys weren't
I
ecstatic.
mean, it was okay. Definitely could have been better. That a
Happens.
couple holes where like both players made bogeys. Those really hurt. Just didn't ham and egg it well.
Yeah, yeah. Or pineapple and pepperoni, as some would say.
Um, yeah, pineapple pepperoni. No,
Yeah,
I
it's the best combo
definitely.
at Domino's.
Well, congrats to Sean's brother. I won't name names. Good for him. I'm
I've already said
excited
it.
for his. No, I won't name names. Excited for his
The better
pro.
brother for
His
for our
yeah,
reoccurring listener.
definitely. For his debut on the Korn Ferry tour,
Yeah,
and
the first
proud
of
of
many.
that. Yeah, first of many. So let's see
Um,
back out there.
yeah, I would like to say Michael Fiegels fired 59 in that Thursday round. He was like
Awesome.
2 groups behind us. I don't know how the fuck there was a 59 out there. Like the course was pretty short, but you don't have driver in your hands a lot. And the pins were just so fucking ridiculous. Like every pin was within 6 yards, yeah, 6 yards of the edge of a green. Like every pin was absolutely tucked. There, there was not one that like relatively attackable.
What do you
So
think
were
you would have
people
fired if
walking
you
on?
played it?
I have no idea. I don't know.
So were people on the course with vibe was like, holy shit, like, ow, like,
Honestly, like I didn't even know it was happening until after we finished. Like I was sitting in player dining and I was like, "Oh shit, Michael Fiegels is about to rip 59
tough for him not to finish in the
in the top 10."
yeah
He didn't
after
top
that
10 it after a 59.
No, he did not play well the rest of the week.
Oh man.
rough there, but great weekend for Illinois golf. I guess Connor included because he was part of state of Illinois.
Yeah, TPS
Competing at that
baby,
event.
shot it
Yeah,
out.
so yeah, great for Illinois golf. ADC won the Korn Ferry.
You
Yeah, his
guys
debut.
you guys hit up cookout?
We did not.
Damn. Waffle House?
No,
Chick-fil-A?
we didn't go to any like fast food places.
What? You're down
Uh,
south, man.
I mean,
Zaxby's?
all of our meals were either like local restaurants or like in player dining.
Yeah, it's good. Not too shabby. I
I
was
will
thinking
say
maybe
that
on the drive home, you guys were or took the flight home, actually. So never mind.
the player dining was pretty lit though.
Oh, cool.
Day one they had some pot roast. It was really good.
Ooh, wow.
Day two they had steak tacos, also really good.
Nice.
And then day three they had brisket, which was by far the
Ooh,
best. It was some really good brisket.
that sounds good. A little
Making
southern
great
hospitality
swag.
for you.
I mean, I guess with that all that PIF money, they can
Yeah, right. I got a
start
little
enforcing.
Well,
spending money.
apparently I saw some caddies tweeting about the So like the amateur caddies were allowed to be in the player dining, but the professional caddies have to dine separately. And the spread for the professional caddies was really bad.
Oh wow.
Like it was just like bread and peanut butter.
Ew. Bread and
Yeah,
peanut butter.
and
It's not even toasted.
I
No
mean there was a
jelly.
toaster,
Okay. Well,
but
I don't want to toast it myself.
yeah, it was rough. But that actually leads me to another point is it was unbelievable how many times my brother got confused for one of the professionals. Like during our
Oh, really?
practice round, yeah, there was dining during our practice round too. And we went up to one of the volunteers and we were like, "Hey, like where can we go to eat?" And he's well, the pros, you guys go in there, but you caddy, like you have to go elsewhere. You're not allowed in there. And I was like, "There's no way that's accurate. Like I'm allowed to go wherever." So I found like a couple more volunteers, and they were finally just like, "Yeah, if you guys aren't pros, right?" And so they let us in. But the
Yeah,
starter, like
how
during our practice round, we also took a cart, and the
Nice.
guy in the pro shop was like, "No, you professionals aren't allowed to take carts. Like you should know that." And Connor was once again just like, "Yeah, I'm not a professional."
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't sound wrong that the Corn Ferry Tours would treat professionals and their caddies a little worse, makes
Well,
sense.
that's
Yeah.
same on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Like there were a lot of places where caddies aren't allowed in the locker rooms, or
Oh,
certainly not allowed in like the dining areas.
Mhm. Well,
So
it's
like
good. You
let's
think about it.
let's give rights to caddies. It's bullshit. Let's
mhm.
not
We
treat them
don't.
like second class
What
citizens.
is this?
I,
1942? When did women get rights to vote? It
yeah,
wasn't
it's.
1942. Probably more like 1980s.
I think it's fitting for yeah, the way the PGA Tour is going, that caddies are second class citizens. So I think it fits
I
perfectly
think
with
that's, if I
the
were a
future
caddy,
investors.
They're treated like women in Saudi Arabia. I get
I'm
it.
pretty sure caddies are treated a lot better in Saudi Arabia, actually. I think the live tour kind of takes care of the caddies a little more.
Well, that's good. Is that
That's
is that a lead? So, I mean, there was a big live PGA thing going on this week, and then there was also, we have the US Open in a couple of days. I don't know if you guys were trying to touch here on live. I have one note actually for live, and that's that the partnership lacks a name. I don't really know why
Yeah.
that's important.
I mean,
Um,
it's not important.
as
but like
as
that's
Jason.
my one note.
My one thing is, Jackson, you were always very anti. You became very anti-live.
Well, I didn't start that way.
Yeah, you didn't start that way. So are we coming? Like, I'd love to know. Yeah. Which, what's your opinion? You
Imagine,
like this?
imagine I'm Rory McIlroy, all right? So I'll tell you. Well, I don't like live, but I think the long term of golf, this will be a beneficial move. I just don't like live, and I don't. I think it. Yeah, dominoes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was actually one of the better impressions Jackson's done. Like, it
I
wasn't
don't know,
horrible.
Sean.
There,
I
there,
that's
there
back
were
to
there were
back.
cer- there were certain words that were pretty decent in there.
That's back to back after the Australian horoscope.
Yeah,
God.
that is true. Um, yeah, I mean, I think this whole deal is really hard to provide like comments on because
We don't really know anything.
everything that keeps coming out keeps changing, and a lot of it's contradictory. And like the live guys are acting like this is the biggest win in the world for them when it doesn't seem like it is in any way.
Live could go away like tomorrow.
I think I think if the deal goes through, like live will certainly go away. It
There's
doesn't make sense.
not
It
much
doesn't make
point to
sense to
have
have
it.
two professional tours under one umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it
But
sounds.
I also don't really think the deal is going to go through.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
really?
I think DOJ is stopping that.
Wow. The Department of Justice?
Yeah, I mean, the investigation's already been launched.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was that
I
deep.
think John Rahm. Nice to see you on Live. It's gonna be cool. And
Wow.
then I think Brooks is the biggest winner. I like his press conference today. He just said like, "I'll see you at the Travelers next week."
No shit. Did he
Travelers
really?
PGA. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
John
wow.
Rahm's press conference was pretty odd today. Like, kind of seemed like a farewell to the PGA Tour a little bit.
Wow.
Well, the big talks before were like that he was possibly going to go over to LIV, and like that was why the conversations. I don't know. I saw a rumor like that started.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I'm not surprised by that. If I'm surprised by anything, it's that he didn't go over sooner. Just
Wow.
because he's so close to Phil, he's close to Sergio. Like
He's
all of his buddies,
non-American.
all of his buddies are kind of over there. But
Mm.
Yeah.
I also just feel like if you stuck it out this long, like what changed? Why are you going now?
Yeah. It's been over a
Yeah.
year.
Maybe. Yeah. Interesting. Maybe he's going to get more money. I don't know. Maybe they want to keep LIV. I don't think they're going to want to give up LIV like easily as well. Like as much as I think
Yeah,
Sean
but
is
that
like,
also wouldn't be like if this deal does go through, that's completely Jay Monahan's call. And
is it
it would
though?
Jay,
have,
man.
yeah.
Dude's a
It's not. I don't know.
guy.
I feel like I feel like this is the what's his name?
Yes, sir.
Al Yasir. I think this is Yasir's baby. Like this is his like.
No, it's certainly not Yasir's baby. I don't think Yasir gives a shit about Liv. Yasir just wanted Yasir just wanted involvement in golf, and he wanted to be involved in the PGA Tour. That wasn't really an option, so he started this own thing, like this whole thing. Like, yeah, he just really wanted a seat at the table at the end of the day. I don't think he actually gives a shit about Liv. It's Greg Norman's baby, if anything, and he's completely cut out. Like he's
That's
irrelevant.
sad. Yeah, that is really tough for Greg.
No, it's not sad. He's a cop.
I'm starting to think they're script writers for golf because like my God, it just feels like they've been recording all this. Like, did Netflix do all this? Like, I'm still. They should have made a better show, but like it feels like they could have just recorded all this and created this for a great documentary.
Apparently they recorded the reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that the cameras were rolling
Yeah.
when the announcement came out.
I wasn't aware they
I
were
hope
doing
they
a
did
season 2. I'm
Did they
glad.
Yeah.
announced it
Oh,
like
that
really
got
soon?
greenlit a while ago.
I think it might be time to watch Full Swing. Now that everything's kind of
I hope this
big
second season of
picture.
Full Swing, like they got a second chance at doing this. Like, holy shit, like you had a once in a lifetime opportunity with like Liv coming to golf, and now you got another like
Even more.
once
Yeah.
in a lifetime. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they do a good fucking job. Netflix, that's my thing. Like, make this really, really good because you have all of it in the world. If
Yeah, I
all
assume
the
they will.
oysters.
I feel like Netflix, I guess Netflix originals can be hit or miss, but
They did good with Full Swing, but it wasn't like they could have probably
it wasn't
encapsulated more of
crazy.
the drama between the two.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the whole live on paper, I don't really even know the specifics of it on paper. I guess it was probably good for golf in the long run, and
Yeah.
it's something that had to happen. But once again, like the specifics, the details, they seem very, very
Murky.
unspecific. Yeah, very murky.
I just still can't believe Jay Monahan got up in a press conference knowing that the DOJ was going to be taking a look at this deal and said, like, hey, this was to eliminate a competitor, which, this is a big antitrust issue already. Like, that's just the dumbest thing you can say in that situation. Jay
Jay
Monahan
Monahan's an
is.
idiot. One thing that really
I
rubbed me
think
the
he's
wrong
just so
way.
bad at interviews.
I think he's just such a bad spokesman. One thing that really pissed me off was how he was like, I really regret not going to the 9/11 victims beforehand. And it, I don't know, that just seems so stupid to me. Like, obviously, 9/11 was tragic, but what was the other quote? Like, Jay Monahan said, I 100% believe that these people were not behind 9/11. Like, there's so much 9/11 talk um, that I was not anticipating the PGA Tour to like speak on 9/11
Well,
ever.
the second quote about not being behind 9/11, that was Jimmy Dunn, because
Oh, he had
he's
a big thing.
yeah, he's
Or maybe
been
it was
connected
Dunn
to
that
it
I'm
all.
talking about. Yeah. So
There's
yeah,
But
obviously like
yeah,
respect and
Jay's brought up 9/11 many times.
like rip to the 9/11 losses, but like that was over 20 years ago. I mean,
yeah, it's more of like they brought that in. They should have never really
like
kind of
why
brought
was
the
it? Yeah, why is it
thing.
even? Why are they talking about it? I don't really
Well,
need.
they're talking about it because of Saudi Arabia's involvement in that, and that was like the
Yeah,
whole.
I mean, 9/11 itself is pretty
It's more
murky,
that
so I
was
don't know
it.
why they're trying to get even deeper into these waters.
Okay, it's not really murky.
Well, it is
It's
pretty
just
murky because like a country like it was like a big threat. It was like a big act of violence. Um,
I thought you were saying like it was a conspiracy, or I thought you were going into
well,
like
I do think the details are
okay.
murky.
Anyway,
But
we're not gonna make this a 9/11. We'll
most
just
details are murky.
no.
I'm not a 9/11
All right.
conspiracist here. I'm just saying like I don't know why it's a weird subject as it is. I don't know why it really needs to be brought up 20 plus years later. And Jay Monahan just seems to love talking about 9/11. So I guess he's got only a couple more months till he can, do like a full tribute or something. But
Oh God.
it's just weird. I don't like Jay Monahan. I would imagine most players on the tour feel the same way in general, but especially now as well. Not because of the 9/11 comments, but in general. So everything's revolved around money, and we always knew that. And now it's like obvious, but like that was always.
You
Oh yeah,
think?
you think?
Like, yeah, whatever. It's but it's cool that it all happened right before the RBC Canada. Shout out Canada, just quick shout out for them.
Yep, yep.
They almost hopefully the US Open can live up to the Canadian Open.
I agree.
But it was fun seeing a Brit lose it to the Canadian.
It was. I loved the I watched Sunday because of Rory, and obviously Rory again. It's like back to back weeks didn't win and like kind
Yeah,
of shit the bed.
the live
It's
bots
never
were having a field day
Were
with
they
that
loving
one.
it? Yeah.
Uh,
So I was watching it, but I was
just
pleased with the
Rory always
outcome.
chokes. Rory's the biggest
Yeah.
choker ever.
Yeah. It was a really bad round by Rory on Sunday. So
It's because he always chokes.
it
Because
was a
Rory's a massive choker.
it really was a great tournament and it was a phenomenal finish. And as the playoff holes kept going, I was surprised we got into four. Then he sinks that like 70 something foot putt. And it's the
yeah.
Canadian. And it was just so cool. I thought it was very cool. So PGA, I honestly I've watched every single PGA event probably since the Masters, and I think it's really been cool. I haven't done this in years. It's really cool seeing a lot of guys consistently at the top of the leaderboard. Like obviously you have Rory McIlroy, but like one guy that keeps poking out to me. I don't have the leaderboard, but like one guy who keeps poking out to me is Adam Schenk. Is that his name? The guy who almost won the Memorial. Was it the Memorial?
Uh
You know who I'm talking about? Maybe it wasn't. No, the Charles Schwab. It was the Charles Schwab. He almost
okay.
won the Charles Schwab. He lost in the playoff to Grillo, the Argentinian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like now I keep saying this was like 3 weeks ago. I keep seeing this dude's name. Like he's always like now he keeps at least top 25 in it. It's just cool because I haven't watched this much golf in so long. And it's crazy because the leaderboards look so similar week to week that I just continuously am seeing the same names at the top of the leaderboard. So I'm feeling pretty locked in with my US Open picks. In fact, I even did a deep
I
dive.
mean, I feel like a lot of the reason, like with all the elevated events, like the hope is that they look pretty similar. But I think one positive is even if the leaderboards have looked fairly similar in terms of like who's in contention, we've had a lot of different winners.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I meant that more as a positive for and it's not like the same. The leaderboards are the same. I'm saying for the guys, like I don't even think his name's Adam Shane, but like the guy who almost won
I
against
think Adam
Rio
Shane.
against Charles Schwab. Yeah, it's just cool seeing like a lot of these reoccurring names because I just haven't watched this much golf in so long. I usually just watch like the
It's
big
like
ass events on Sunday.
Yeah, SCHENK.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
pronounced Adam Shank. Yeah.
All right. Oh, his name's Adam too. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I've been watching golf.
Congrats.
Yeah. Well, shout out YouTube TV, making it worth it. So, are you guys trying to get into some U.S. Open talk here? We're less than 48 hours from the first tee. Do you guys want?
Do you think
my
the
notes?
rough is long this week, or
I think it might be.
do you think the greens are fast?
I think so. I don't know.
Well,
I have a feeling.
Okay. The talk this year though is that this US Open is like more of a little bit more friendly of a course, still like more fun.
Open
There's more
fairways.
birdie op. Yeah.
It's
Did you
it's
guys
an
know there's a
attacker's
290?
course.
Did you guys know there's a 290 par 3?
No,
No, really?
I did not know that at all. No.
Oh, you haven't seen that one yet?
Do you also know that there's 5 par 3s for the first time since 1947? I haven't heard that all week.
I also
Which is cool, by the way.
Is it? I can't remember. What's the short par 3? 14, 16, something like that. I don't know.
There's a short where it's something where they have like they might have one of the shortest par 3s, longest par 3, shortest par 4s, and longest par 4s in like US Open history or something.
Sunday it could play 78 yards.
It is. I like that. That's awesome.
And I just think that's sick.
What is it? The Predator? What's the catch? Nothing from Sean. Come on, man. We got a Predator reference out here. Nothing from neither of you. Come on, you go up to you pull up to the Predator. You're playing like the 5th hole, and it's a 70, and you see it on the screen, 76-yard par 3, and you're like, all right, well, is it the biggest tree to ever exist in the middle of the fucking hole?
Are you talking about like that Rory McIlroy course?
No, I'm talking about the classic EA Sports Tiger Woods Predator course.
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics of it.
Dude, how do you not remember? In high school, all I would do is play I would play all those events. Play the Predator. Hell yeah,
is
man.
The Predator,
Yeah,
like the one with the par 5? It's like hard dogleg straight.
Yeah, I think so.
It's probably like 700 yards.
Right. Yeah,
Predator's a fucked course. There's their
signature
hole.
I don't remember the specifics of the hole.
Their signature hole. Stupid. No, it's not a specific of a hole. Their signature hole. The one hole I remember on the Predator course, outside of like a tree being in every single fairway multiple times on each hole, is there's a signature water. There's a waterfall in the back, and it's just water. Like there's no rough. There might be a bunker or two, but it's just a classic. It's like 180 over water, and there's just literally no rough at all, except maybe a bunker or two. And that's the signature hole at the Predator.
I wonder if anyone's remade that on like the golf club or PGA Tour 2K21.
I guarantee it. Now I actually kind of want to Google. I'm gonna just Google the Predator signature hole.
The videos.
Well, I mean, let's just get into. Should we just do US Open picks?
Well, Sean, do you want my background real quick?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we have the U.S. Open this week here at Los Angeles Country Club, or as the locals say, LACC. It was actually hosted the 2017 Walker Cup, as we all remember, which was the U.S.'s second largest margin of victory ever in Walker Cup history. The U.S. team included players as Scotty Scheffler, as we all are aware, Cameron Champ, I haven't heard his name in a while, Kyle Morikawa, Will Zalatoris, and of course, our fan favorite in Doc Redman. It is the same designer as Riviera, and the Playboy Mansion is on one of the holes on the back 9, and apparently it's a big angle course. So now that we know everything about
you mentioned it was the second largest Walker Cup victory.
Uh-huh.
Can you name where the largest was?
I didn't.
I'm 99% sure I know this, but I'm fact checking myself.
Oh, I have no idea. I've never watched a Walker Cup in my life.
I'll look it up.
I mean,
I actually don't really know
our
Walker
time.
Cup is.
Pine Valley.
Where and when? Where is Pine Valley and when was that?
They've hosted 2. I don't remember which year it was. There was one year, I believe.
Oh, wait. Let me guess the
international
state,
team.
Pine
you don't know where Pine Valley is? It's the number
California.
one golf course. It's the number 1 golf course in the world.
California.
No.
No?
Nope.
could not be
Am I
like
close or
almost
no?
couldn't be
Different.
further away.
If you can't hear it or watch it, I'm biting my pen. Wait, I'll get it with this next one. Wait, give me 3 guesses. Give me 2 more. So we're not close with California. I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
I mean, you're closer, but still
Closer.
not very close.
The other one, Sean, is not. It is. Do you want me to tell you?
Pine Valley? No.
It's not at Pine. The one at Pine Valley
You're talking
was
largest margin of victory.
I'm talking about the largest margin of
Pine
victory.
Valley
Wasn't there
is
one at Pine
in.
Valley where the internationals didn't win a single match? Like they only halved 3.
That has to be the largest margin then. Are we talking about the same Pine Valley that's in New York?
They've only played 2, and it was 10.5, 1.5. Oh wait, 10.5, 1.
Yeah, 10.5, 1.5. That sounds right.
Oh, Pine Valley in Tennessee.
No, you just
No.
got further away from your last guess pretty significantly.
Georgia.
I told you Tennessee was further away than New York, and you went with Georgia.
Well, because you said I was
I
close
can't
to
believe
North
you don't know
Carolina.
this. I said you were closer than
Um,
California with North Carolina.
Oh, the Pine Valley in Mississippi.
It's New Jersey, dude.
No fucking shit. The best golf course in the world is in the state of New Jersey.
Yes.
The state of New Jersey where they literally tip cows for fun, like in the movie Cars. That is crazy. Where
Certainly does
in
not happen in the state of New Jersey. But since you brought up,
I know for a
wait,
fact that
wait.
does occur or it has occurred before.
Since you brought up the movie Cars, Larry the Cable Guy was in this BMW
Who
Pro-Am.
the hell is Larry the Cable Guy?
He plays Mater. How do you not know who Larry the Cable Guy is?
Larry the Cable Guy plays a character in Cars. Wait,
Yeah,
the
he
guy
plays
with the
Mater.
truck with the tow truck.
Yeah. He was at the Pro-Am. I talked to him for like 20 minutes.
Oh
Great
my
guy.
god, that is crazy. All right, this is in Camden country. Let's see when this is. My dad used to live in, I think, New Jersey. Camden country on map.
It's like closer to
Ooh,
Philly,
this matters.
if that makes sense. Like, cause
Oh yeah, it is right by Philly. Okay. Ooh, now I have a district of all the there's about 29, 36 districts in New Jersey. Anyways, the Pine Valley doesn't even matter. Wow, that's good to know though. Greatest course in the country is in New Jersey. That just goes to show you where the state of golf
but
is. But
LA Open, anyways, or the US Open at LA Country Club. I'd love to hear your picks, Jackson.
Well,
I'd love to hear.
I want to give a quick briefer, real quick, on who has the course record. To my knowledge, does anyone want to take a guess? I'm sure you're all aware of it.
I
Actually,
think it's a 61 with Max Homa.
It is a 61 on Max Homa.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what
Pac-12?
Yep. And where did Max Homa go to college?
How?
UC Berkeley.
I did not know that until about 2 hours ago, which is cool.
Him and
It's like Aaron Rodgers.
Morikawa.
I guess I'm a Max Homa fan. Morikawa's okay. So I actually have 10 picks here, or not 10 picks for like our betters. I have 10 names and one of them will win it. I guarantee you. And I actually think both of you will agree. I'm not trying to get in that real quick. Should we get into our picks and sleepers?
Sure.
Okay. My pick's gonna be Victor Hovland. Actually, I think the obvious / safe bet is Scotty Scheffler and Colin Morikawa. Or Max Homa even, but I'm going Victor Hovland. I think he's on fire.
Did you see that recent video he made, by the way, where he was like chipping golf balls in his house?
Oh, I didn't know.
Psycho behavior.
You gotta look it up. He like makes a joke about how his short game's the worst on tour, and then he said he's been working on it and like chips a golf ball in his house. And it just makes the loudest noise in his face. It is so priceless. He's just like, oh.
I love Victor Hovland. He's probably the most likable golfer on earth. Yeah. Dude's the man.
True.
It's not a bad pick at all. He's hot.
It's not.
He's hot. But I think
sexy guy, man. His body fat's
the right
low.
pick is what, his body fat's low. The right pick is a name you did say. It is Scotty Scheffler. And
Yeah, it
it's
really
because
is.
because he switched putters, and we all
Oh,
know what happens when you switch putters.
Got a thicker putter in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a mallet, which a lot of people want him to go to a mallet. It's like the wide neck. But anytime you toy with the putter, I feel like if he's feeling good with it, which I assume he is because he's Scotty, um, he's probably gonna win the U.S. Open.
I mean, yeah,
he's played there.
his ball striking's been too good not to if he can just putt average.
Yeah, like, and
If he can
I
just
don't.
make a putt outside of 3 feet the entire week, like he'll be
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and it's one of those things I think a lot of good like people understand when you put a new putter in the bag and it's not you're not doing it like on purpose when you just need to toy around when something's not working, the confidence you get when putting a new good putter in the bag, money. Money week for Scotty. Bang, bang, bang. Give it to me.
It's a great pick.
If he putts badly this week, I think he needs to fully embrace the mallet though.
Yeah. Go Mallet.
I mean,
go Mallet or go home.
They'll say you'll watch like a tournament, any tournament, and they'll be like, Sky Scheffler is one of the worst putters this week. And what is it? What's the stat of is it strokes gained? Yeah, they'll be like, he's like in the bottom 5 of strokes gained putting, and he's like one off those.
Yeah, because he's like
Everything else is so fucking
he's
good.
been having just historically unbelievable ball striking performances.
Yeah, I think it's a great pick. I didn't want to go with the obvious. I feel like Scotty's the obvious pick here, or he should be the favorite for multiple reasons. Who you got, Sean?
So as I like to do, I'm sticking with my pick from the start of the year, and I feel particularly good about this one after last week. I'm going Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah.
How do we tell him, Nick?
Yeah. No.
Enter
Oh, no,
enter
mate.
editor Steve, enter the Mr. Krabs with SpongeBob washing the table. How do we tell him?
I
How
just
do
feel
we
like
tell him,
he's going to be
man?
out for vengeance this week.
I actually
And
don't know if Tommy Fleetwood will ever win a PGA Tour event at this point.
Yeah.
Like it sounds crazy to say, but like I actually don't know if it'll ever happen.
Well, I'm a big Tommy Fleetwood guy,
I know.
so
I love him
I just want
too.
to see it happen.
I respect
I
it.
want.
Yeah.
I
I
want to see. I
wanted
was rooting
to.
for him. I was
Yeah.
like, I
I was
wanted
like
him
really
to be the
hard
villain.
rooting for him. Yeah.
And
Like,
then he lost, and then I was like, oh, it's kind of funny that like the
hilarious.
Brindles.
This dude can't
Yeah.
win at all, like no matter what on the tour
Yeah, I
for
think
some reason.
I would almost put and this isn't a tour event, but I would almost put like there's is less than like 5%, less than 0% chance that he wins, especially at the US
I
Open.
would hammer that bet for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but like he's awesome, he's a great player. It's just he's not gonna win.
I mean, yeah, it's an unlikely pick, but I'm rolling with it.
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
let's
Good for you, Sean.
let's do snake draft, Sean. Who's your sleeper?
Oh, I didn't even pick a sleeper. I don't really.
What is this? Your first episode? We've done 230 of them.
I hate when we do the sleepers.
I wonder if a sleeper's ever won on the pod before.
I think we have had a sleeper win
Okay.
like a long time ago.
Doc Redman. You know,
I think my sleeper is gonna be John Rahm. No. Fuck, I don't really care.
I'd take it. I've done that several times. I usually do that. I'll give it to you.
Can we
for
count
sure.
Spieth as a sleeper? He isn't one.
I would give you Spieth as a
Yeah.
sleeper for sure.
I don't feel good about Spieth at all. I just saw his name and I just want it to happen.
What if he went with Doc Redman?
No, I'm picking with my heart this week.
All right. I don't think this is a sleeper, but or you know what? I'm gonna give 2 sleepers.
Our sleepers are almost never sleepers.
Yeah. My like realistic sleeper is gonna just be Sahith. Like, go put money on.
Oh
Sahith.
wow.
And then like my sleeper is Frankie Capan. Or
I don't even know who that is.
He played at Florida Gulf Coast and Alabama before that.
Oh, I think I've seen him at a
nutty.
bar before.
Yeah, I've seen him at a bar. No, he's like he wasn't he last Q school. I think he's shot some insane scores in Q school. Been lighting it up. So watch him make some noise. Great ball striker.
Nice. Yeah, that's a sleeper right there. I actually feel weird about my sleeper now because I tried to get a sleeper. Anyone want to take a guess? He's not from America,
I thought.
and his name's not Rory.
Earl Phillips.
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't want to take a guess. I have no idea.
Awesome. It's Tyrell Hatton.
I love it. I love it.
I don't think it's a bad sleeper at all. I think it qualifies as a sleeper. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Like, I get it in the sense of he's a good golfer, but I don't think he's maybe betting wise, he's probably not a sleeper. But I mean, what are the chances Tyrell Hatton actually?
No,
wins
he's like
it?
the one.
I feel like he's probably around 25. 15 at best.
He's
I feel
got
like that'd be
the
generous.
13th best odds.
Wow, I feel like that's very generous, and it's just based on how he's been playing
So yeah,
recently.
no, he's got the 13th.
He's a very good
best
golfer.
odds. Yeah,
Not
I think he
according
would
to
be
one
a
of the
sleeper.
podcasters
Yeah.
on this episode.
Oh, me? No, he is a really good golfer. I'm a Tyrell Hatton fan. I've changed. I've done a full 180.
Can I add another sleeper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
Good one. That's a good one.
good
Any more? Does
sleeper.
any more sleepers, guys?
I'll throw in Rory
As
a sleeper.
Can I add another sleeper as well? I'm gonna go with not Bryson DeChambeau.
Good
Okay.
bet.
Because I
That's
saw
a
a clip. I saw a clip from Foreplay on TikTok where they were interviewing him, and they said that he was hitting drives for like 4 hours, and he says he's just trying to figure it out.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
This isn't even a
And actually, you know
course.
what? I want to talk about this clip.
The course is wide open.
I want to talk about this clip that I saw from Bryson. He was talking about how he wants to get back to the way he was hitting the ball in 2018. How that was his peak ball striking.
Was he even hitting it good?
He had 4 wins that year. That was before.
but
that was like well before he bulked up. Like
was
he
it
wasn't
2
hitting the
playoff
ball.
wins in the U.S.
He
Open?
wasn't hitting the ball particularly well. No, U.S. Open was 2020.
Oh shit!
But it's just fascinating that Bryson is finally admitting that 2018, when he was small, before his bulk, that was the best he ever hit the ball. Like, no fucking shit.
Sean, he looks good,
said
though.
everyone said that hitting the ball far as shit wasn't going to be sustainable.
But now he looks good.
But Bryson's some super genius, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, everything I did was really dumb.
Well, Sean, you're a smart guy. Walk me through the stages of what is it? A theory? What is it where you go like a hypothesis? You had to do this in like
The scientific method.
class. Walk me through the scientific method. That's exactly what Bryson's doing here. You evaluate.
You know what?
Hypothesis, trial, error, redo it, bang. Might happen this week now that you said it.
I think he could have just went like a little less. Like I don't think he had to go
like all fat,
all out.
Yeah, there was
like he didn't have to go all fat. He didn't have to gain 50 pounds of fat.
There's nothing wrong with putting on a little bit of speed, but like completely transforming your body in an unhealthy way to try and hit it like on par with the long drive guys. Like, no shit, that's not going to work out well.
Yeah, like I think there was like the mental, like you want to hit it far. Yeah, we get it, Bryson. Like hitting it far is going to help, but
I take 7 or 8 protein shakes a day. 2 in the morning, 1 on the course, 1 at lunch, another at the course, 1 at dinner, 1 in between that, 1 for a post workout snack. Yeah.
I just found that so amusing, or I find that whole saga so amusing because Bryson likes to think he's so much smarter than everybody else.
What is?
And
I blame Hogan.
It just worked out so terribly, and I don't think he gets enough shit for it.
Well, he's on LIV, so no one really cares anymore.
That is very true.
I blame Hogan Molson though. I wonder what he's up to.
I haven't heard that name
in ad for like Abercrombie Golf. I think
those TikToks are so cringy, dude. Oh my god, they were so bad back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, those were so bad. Anyways, do you guys want to? And this is financial advice, by the way. Do you guys want to hear my? Do you want to hear? Here, let me think of a name. Jackson's 8 picks for the week.
Yeah,
sure, but we'd also like to note this is not financial advice.
This is financial. This is actually, or it's not financial advice, but like I actually feel really good about this, and I think you guys will too. I guarantee you the winners in one of these 8 names.
But let's also
put the mortgage on it. Ryan
careful
Lipson, if
about-
you're listening to this, put the
let's-
mortgage on these bets,
Oh.
man. Come on, bro.
Be careful about what we're saying.
What do
here.
you trust me? I'm about to promote this episode. We got all these new listeners thinking like, oh shit, this fuck, let me pull up FanDuel. Yeah, this isn't financial advice, but I actually feel really confident with it. But if you've listened to our previous podcast, if you're not a recurring listener, I usually
You know
don't
that
get
we're
these
almost
right.
never right.
Yeah. So here are my five. Here are Jackson's 5 locks of the week. Okay.
I thought you had 10, then you had 8, now you have
I
5.
know. I
Where
thought I
are
had
all them
8.
going?
I thought I had 8, but there's a couple commas here in
Okay.
parentheses. I
If
could
Jackson
get 10
doesn't
if you
get
want.
any of these, if the winner isn't from any of these, Jackson will stop talking.
Let me.
He won't talk to anyone for a month. He won't speak a word for a month.
Sounds like the dream for him.
Jackson will not reach out to anyone for a month.
I just penciled in a 9th guy here. I'll try and think of a 10th.
All right, just read them off.
All right, here are my 5 locks of the week. Okay, and I actually think these are good locks, and they're pretty obvious for probably a hardcore golf fan. Victor Hovland, Scotty Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Brooks Koepka, Rory McIlroy. Okay, my 4 sleepers of the week are Adam Scott, Max Homa, Tyrell Hatton, and Denny McCarthy. And I really, really think one of those 9 players will win this event.
You put
Like, I
Scotty
really
Scheffler in
think
there?
100%.
Okay, yeah.
I
think
wanted to
Scotty
pick
actually just
Scotty, but I
wins.
thought it was too obvious. Like, I just don't know why Scotty won't win this tournament.
Another thing people are also like,
I'm gonna pencil in
Max
Zally
Homa,
as a
I
sleeper,
think-
just so we get that on record.
you want Zalatoris?
Is he playing?
No, he's out for the year.
Dude,
The
that's
back.
fucked. We're gonna cross that out. We'll get back.
I think this would have been a Zalatoris major if he was healthy.
Right?
Like, I don't know why. I just like
Right?
he can kind of hit the ball anywhere, and then it's just such. Anyway,
Keep talking because I'm gonna lock in my last sleeper here.
okay. Max Homa is another guy that, I've been seeing a lot of hate on him because he had a lot of favoritism for him being a California guy. I think he could come out and shoot some really low scores if he feels comfortable at this track, personally.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
probably.
breaking news. 1, 2, 3.
I hope he proves people. I read an article that was like
Four.
he's proven everyone right with how shitty he's played the last couple weeks, and he's probably not the right pick and he's inflated. And I'm like, I hope he proves all of them wrong. Like, this would be super awesome if Max Homa did win this major. Like, that would be the greatest storyline.
Yeah, it
if
would.
Golf's rigged.
Yeah.
They would do that.
So I just found out that because I mentioned it earlier in our deep dive, it's the same designer as Riviera, right? 6 of my 9 picks top 10'd it at Riviera this year. I just want the record to show that fully, and I wasn't aware of that.
Wow.
And I also want to say really quickly, is Maverick McNeely playing in this event?
I would assume.
Because,
yeah,
I mean, he was in the U.S. group from the Walker Cup. He top 10'd it at Riviera. I'm going to just throw in his name. That's like a real sleeper. I know you guys won't give me the props, but I think that's fully deserving of props. I'm going to go Maverick McNeely as my 10th and final pick here.
He's actually not.
Fucking cunt.
I actually considered picking him as one of my sleepers, but
there's no way. If you pick Xander Schauffele ever to win a golf tournament, I'm pretty sure you're stupid. But you know what? Let's just is Grillo playing? I'm just gonna go Grillo here as my 10th sleeper. I don't feel great about it. I'd love to go with Taylor Moore, but or JT even, but I'm gonna go Grillo. Hopefully he's playing in that.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. So just another fun fact, of the top 5, I had 3 at Riviera this year. I had 3 of them as my picks. So it's not financial advice, but I actually put some work into this one. So I don't think it's bad. I really don't think, and I know it's 10 picks, but I don't think either of you would actually be surprised if one of them won it. Because, I mean, it's 10 people, but still. I don't think it's that bad of a job, is my point here. So, yeah.
All right.
Come on, Sean. Give me something.
I mean,
I'm obviously looking for something here.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward list. Those weren't difficult calls. if you're gonna pick 10 names, like a lot of those names are gonna be in there. They're just not surprising.
I like the only thing I will say the USGA's whoever's running the social team or like the funnies, they're doing a really good job with the communication. It's a lot of funny stuff. With like the Adam Hadwin construction vest, um, the Joel Damon like parking in a different parking lot.
Did it really?
Yeah, there's like
There,
He's missing the cut.
no, there was a sign that said like player parking lot A, and then it
He's
said like
missing the
Joel
cut.
Damon, please proceed to lot F.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Such a gag.
yeah. Players
I was
timeout
actually
club
shocked they did that.
hospitality
That
room.
was kind of funny.
Yeah, player timeout club hospitality room. Lifetime members have priority. Ian, Tommy, Henrik, Matt, and Tyrell. For guys who get all upset. Player laundry service available in the locker room. Compliments of USGA. And then there's 2 stars except for Adam Scott because he only won. U.S. Open darts, then the star priority given to European players. Courtesy car prohibit driver list, Meredith Scheffler and Danny Lee. I want to know the story behind the Meredith Scheffler. Like, does anyone know? Like that's got to be.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then player loss credential graveyard. Like they did. Hats off to them.
All right.
I'll
Yeah,
send the
I mean,
TikTok.
I feel like just golf social media has been really trying to step up its game recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be a new good coming.
True.
Because good. You know what's kind of funny is like I feel like they don't hear much about them. I feel
Yeah, and then you check their views and they're like, oh, they're fine.
doing well.
I
did see they were getting like roasted for the good championship, but
Why?
apparently the production was pretty bad.
I guess it is like a 5-hour video.
Jeez.
And like I don't know, I didn't listen or read through all the criticism, but like the GoPro footage is just horrible. Like it's unwatchable. You can't it's blurry as shit.
Wow, it's like a golf ball video. It's or worse than a golf ball video.
Yeah, I don't really know what the other criticisms were, but like I know their editor made a video like apologizing for it.
Oh, really? Who was it? Do you know?
Yeah. The editor?
Yeah.
Colin.
That's just funny. I keep seeing I'm back on TikTok now, which is really annoying, but I keep seeing all these stupid good like challenge holes. Like I keep seeing this guy, he's like playing a hole every day until he plays around with good. And I keep seeing them and they keep having like 75,000 likes, or they'll just be, and it's like just so, I'm sorry.
Probably just gonna be the next member of Good.
I don't want the guy to know, but like they just piss me off, and I keep seeing it. So yeah, we have I just re-downloaded Snapchat.
Nice.
I'm thinking about ending the Cosmo horoscopes, or I've been actually planning on ending the Cosmo horoscopes.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that one.
I hate downloading this stupid app Snapchat. I accidentally changed my Bitmoji. I don't know when that occurred. I look like an idiot. I'm 23, by the way. I'm about to be 24 in a month, and I'm on Snapchat right now. I'm talking about my Bitmoji. Snapchat. I know, but I'm like, I mean,
yeah, you shouldn't be talking about your Bitmoji publicly.
Well, I just think it's annoying. I don't know when it changed or how it changed, and I just don't think it really looks like me. And
I think they did change them at some point fairly recently.
Oh, did they actually? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
They like forced me to update mine.
Oh, okay.
Really? Mine looks the same. I'm still the chef, dude.
I remember the chef.
Also,
I haven't seen that in so long.
I love it because like people are like, "Are you a chef or something?" I'm like, no, just...
real quick.
course.
Since we were talking Snapchat, I asked my Snapchat AI to pick a winner for this week.
Mm-hmm.
He's going with Dustin Johnson.
I don't.
I actually wasn't expecting that answer. So
That's a wild one. So
I
yeah,
told
then
him to pretend he's a golf podcaster and pick someone to win the U.S. Open this
Oh
week.
wow.
yeah, it does seem like a no laying up pick. No, I'm kidding. That's not a no laying up pick. No laying up pick would be like Tommy Fleetwood. That's a good one.
Is it actually? I haven't. Their podcasts are pretty long. I haven't listened to them in a while. I still
30
don't recognize the voices. Just can't get into it.
That's pretty tough.
It's I'm like who are I remember like the new produce like somebody new came in and it's like who the fuck is this guy? And ever
Kevin
since
Van
then it's
Valkenburg?
been there's a Van Valkenburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
He used to be like a writer for ESPN. I can't believe you don't know who Kevin Van Valkenburg is.
Well, I know a Van Valkenburg.
I know. But like this guy's kind of a big deal in the golf
Unrelated.
industry.
Yeah.
Just like what's that fucker's name? Eamon Lynch.
Yeah. Same
I-
thing.
That
I mean,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't even know why
Sick.
I don't remember why I don't like him.
I don't know. But can we
It
get
might
on
have been
with
a
these
live thing.
horoscopes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
get 'em.
waiting. All right. Leave the past behind, Aries.
I
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
He was trying. Yeah. He was
No.
trying to.
So we got to know there.
I feel indifferent towards this
I'm
one.
pretty. Yeah. I'm not even trying to ask you if you claim a resonate. I'm just kind of done with Snapchat horoscopes.
Okay. What's mine?
Hold yourself accountable, i.e.,
Yeah.
the beginning of this show from before we went live.
Didn't it you shit your pants, Nick?
I shit my pants. I apologize to everyone involved. I shit my pants. I'm sorry.
Nick had a little incident this weekend.
It was
You
Zach's
should
fault,
apologize
that he
to
won't
whoever
own
had
up
to clean
to.
it up.
Yeah, he won't own
Yeah.
up to it.
I wouldn't own up to it. I shit my pants. I'm sorry, Grandpa, for watching. But yeah, I shit my pants. No, I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry for everyone. I left my clothes in that trash.
Everyone
and-
involved.
Just take accountability for your actions. It's fucking
I'm-
ridiculous.
I agree.
It's hard.
I agree. That's what I was like actually saying before the show went live, which is really funny.
What's yours, Jackson?
Mine's take your time, and I'll just say it. I have stronger words to describe it, but just for Sean's sake, I'll hold it to PG. I think it's pretty freaking lame, and I'm done with it. I'm done with you,
These
Jake's
horoscopes?
astrology. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
they're
done with the
horrible.
horoscopes, but like, take your time. Like, take my time doing what? They're so
I mean,
vague. That's three words.
They're purposely vague.
There's
I
three
think we
words.
need-
aren't.
I've said
I
for a
want
long time.
Sean,
We
I
need to
want
get
something deep, man. I want
we need to
like
get a sponsored horoscope company.
I
Like,
want,
we need to reach out to horoscope apps and be like, "Hey, will you sponsor our horoscope segment? It's super fucking random."
I want something really specific where it's like there's somebody who you need to meet at a coffee shop on Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon and be like, oh fuck, dude, like what does that mean? Like that's I feel like they should do a rebrand and just get really specific and
think
really direct.
Go to CoStar more. Look at CoStar. Yeah.
I deleted CoStar. Fuck that app. The CoStar
Yeah, true.
is so bad actually for horoscopes, as we've talked
True.
about on this.
True.
Astrology Cafe is the way to do it if you're gonna do it, but yeah.
We'll talk about that on our
Just another quick friendly reminder that the one time we went to Woodfield Mall and we went to some random shop and they had bracelets for all of our horoscopes, and Sean's was an all black bracelet and it just fit. I don't know, it just made sense. And this was like probably 6 years ago. I just can't get off of horoscopes because of that moment. And I just like in that moment, I was like, shit, dude, that just like makes sense.
I'd like to note I'm wearing a bracelet currently, and it's not all black.
Well, that's awesome. I'm wearing an all black bracelet. I'm just saying, like, because they were horoscope based, it just made so much sense. I remember looking at it being like,
that's
because
Aries. Aries is just like the douchebag like, sign. It's basically just like you're a dick.
Yeah. So it
I
checks
like
out.
Aries.
So it made
though.
sense.
I like some Aries. I like Aries.
Do we know any Aries other than Sean?
My brother,
Which one?
Connor.
Yeah, I don't see it.
My cousin Pearl.
Yeah, I don't know her that well.
A couple of my other cousins that you don't know. I know a lot of Aries, to be quite honest.
Nick, do you know any Aries
I do, but
that
not
I would
like,
know?
yeah.
Like who?
I don't. No, that's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
don't know
oh, oh,
any
damn.
off the top of
Well,
my
if you're
head.
an Aries and you're a listener, let me know and I can look at your profile and like see if I can get a gauge if you're like Sean or not. But
Yeah.
that's
Probably
it.
not, because we're all unique individuals and our signs don't define us.
I
Retweet.
mean, Sean, I agree with you. And then you read an astrology cafe and you're like, fuck, dude.
You can read any single one and be
I
like, oh,
know,
that
Sean. I
applies to
know,
me.
Sean. Sean, the thing is, it's astrology cafe. Like, Nick, I don't know. You remember we read this in Outer Banks last year. Like, I remember reading the astrology cafe and being like, fuck.
Yeah, there's some stuff, man.
That's the only like deep dive on a horoscope that I've actually been like, oh wow.
That was on CoStar though.
Oh, dude, that was astrology cafe
Mhm.
in Outer
All
Banks.
right.
How do you
Well,
not
that
remember that?
that
Never
feels
mind.
like enough
Yeah,
horoscope
that's enough
talk.
horoscope talk. Thank you.
Podcast is lengthy enough. So
It's a
thanks everyone
juicy. I
for
told you
listening.
guys it was a juicy episode. It was jam packed, action filled. You know the deal. You know how we do it here. Leave us a review, leave us a rating, hit us up on socials, Golfballing Pod on Twitter and Instagram, but more importantly, the new Golfballing 2 Instagram page. Just because Sean said it's a bad name, I'm honestly running with it.
It's the
Mainly
worst
because
name.
it's
I
mainly
still
because
haven't followed it.
I don't want to. I know you haven't. Nobody has followed it recently, Sean. Probably my uncle Todd followed it earlier today. Shout out to Uncle Todd, but um,
Yeah.
yeah, nobody's really following it yet. It'll happen. I just can't think of a better name that keeps
Golfballing
golf balling in
memes.
it. Yeah. I mean, is it that better
Or
than
just
golf
like
balling
or
too?
just golf_balling.
If you have
Oh,
a
that's
better name,
lame.
submit
I don't
us
like
a
underscores.
request.
Golf
Send
dot
us a
balling.
message. Leave a comment.
No, because it's golf balling, so it's got to be like one word. You can't do golf balling underscore. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
for
Well,
listening.
cheers.
Ciao.